Welcome to the Cat Among the Pigeons podcast. As you can see from my surroundings, I've got a lot of stuff packed up ready for a move. And if you didn't know, I'm moving to Bristol to take up my new post with Agape there. Though the snow may have put a damper on that slightly. We'll see how things go. Anyway, stuff from previous podcasts. Yeah, of course, the usual movie quotes quiz. The quote from last time was, of course, Truman Burbank, played by Jim Carrey, from the film The Truman Show. Let's have a look at the clip.
We will see a lady on a red bike, followed by a man with flowers, and a Volkswagen Beetle with a dented fender.
I've changed the point scoring system slightly because of the response to this one. We actually had 3 people respond to this, and some of them were more or less correct than others. And so, as well as giving a point for getting the film, the character, and the actor, I'm giving an extra point for whoever does it first. So the winner is Aaron Parsons, who gets 4 points for being first and naming everybody correctly. Jeffrey Owen gets 3 points for naming everybody correctly, and Beck Forbes gets 1 point for naming the film. Good stuff. And also, in relation to the whole movie quiz thing, I actually did an extended quote thing on my blog entitled the Cat Among the Pigeons Christmas Movie Quiz. Tagged several people in it on Facebook, and nobody actually sent in an entry. I think it may be because I didn't publicise it in the podcast, or people were too busy, or whatever. So if you fancy having a go at identifying some movie quotes just for fun, no prizes or anything, then look up the entry on my blog on the website, web.me.com/back in the USSR 6, and then you'll find the Cat Among the Pigeons bit and click on blog and look for the entry dated Christmas Eve, 24th of December, and there's a whole list of film and TV quotes to get your teeth into. Good stuff. Okay, just another couple of things for this podcast. If you've been following my blog or looking at the notes section on Facebook, you'll have noticed that I'm writing a short story. It's an idea that's been kicking around in my head for quite a while. I finally got round to putting pen to paper, or finger to keyboard, as they say. But it's taken quite a while, because I haven't actually written anything creative writing wise since GCSE English, which is 8 years ago. Yeah, 8 or 9 years ago now. Even though that was the only piece of coursework I got an A for, I'm still a bit rusty at it. Yeah, still looking for inspiration to kind of make it all work. I know where it's going, but I haven't quite worked out how it's going to get there. So it's tentatively called The Door, or it was, and then the plot changed, and so the door became a hatch. So it's now called The Hatch. But both of those titles are rather uninspiring, so I'm looking for something more interesting before I actually kind of release it somewhere on the web. If you want to be one of the first people to read it, I don't know whether you do, but just let me know, and I'll send the first draft to anybody who wants to kind of be constructively critical once I've finished writing it. And you can keep up with my progress as I go along on the blog. And finally, for anybody who's watching this on YouTube, or specifically if you discovered it through YouTube, you may not know that there is an audio kind of counterpart bit to the whole podcast. The whole thing actually started in June 2006 as an audio only thing, and then I started doing video at the end of that year, and then it became an exclusively video thing until September last year, when I started doing audio again, and now it's kind of both. So if you've only seen the video bits and not heard me waffling audio wise, that's probably because you're watching on YouTube. So hop over to the website, as I said, web.me.com/back in the USSR 6, and click on the podcast link under Cat Among the Pigeons thing. I don't know whether it's podcast or blog or what. But yeah, click on the podcast link on that bit, and it will take you along, and then you can subscribe or just kind of tag that page so you can keep coming back to it. That's about it. There's no new movie quote for this podcast because all my DVDs are in these boxes, so I can't actually get anything out and pick anything out. There will be one next time when I get to Bristol. So, all being well, I'll see you there.